Coming up today on Channel 97 News,
we find out what band and choir students have been doing to stay safe in the classroom.
we look at a new club that just loves to read.
And we visit with the athletic trainer in her first years at OHS.
All that and more on today's episode of Channel 97 News.
And it all starts now.
Hello Oakville, I'm Aaron Herberholt.
And I'm Anthony Simakaitis, and welcome to today's edition of Eyes on the Tiger, Channel 97 News.
Voters in the Mobile School District approved the Prop S bond issue last week. The issue passed by a large margin, 80% in favor and 20% against. Construction projects that will bring physical improvements to OHS will begin in 2022.
The National Honor Society welcomed back students from a 4-day break last week with a special surprise. Students received plastic eggs filled with treats and notes of encouragement. The eggs were distributed last Wednesday during A&P.
The OHS Technology Students Association was a big winner in recent state competition. OHS students placed in 6 events, including 3 first-place finishes. Jason Buss placed first in flight endurance, Luke Roth finished first in music production, and the team of Connor Gentz, Alex Schumacher, Josh Joyce, Jake Lewis, and Tim Lapina placed first in on-demand video.
And what on-demand video is the kids are given a prompt. Once they receive that prompt, they have 24 hours to write the script, plan everything out, shoot it, edit it, and turn it in a finished product.
And our whole plot of the thing was like, what if we took 2020 and made it as a joke? So we have one of our cast members wake up from a coma and he has to be explained, oh, what did I miss in the past year? And that's really the plot of that. And it turned out really well.
This is the 4th year OHS has finished first in on-demand video state competition.
Congratulations to 3 OHS choir students. Ben Lanier, Jacob Leith, and Gavin Sandboss were recently named All-State.
Speaking of choir, our fine arts classes have been working hard to keep students safe in the classroom.
Jackie Elking and Andrew Blanchette have the story.
The performing arts have been hit hard this year, but that's not stopping Oakville's band and choir.
Since we've been back this semester, we have a lot of sort of measures that we're putting into place. For starters, all of our chairs are still 6 feet across, or 6 feet separated. Our kids have a performance mask, which is really just as simple as it's sort of, imagine this mask, but there's a slit sort of built into it. Band literally means coming together and working together, right? We band together, right? It's getting to play their instruments together in a large group, in whatever capacity or whatever form that sort of looked like.
Band isn't the only one trying to stay safe while performing. The choir also had to take special precautions and will even get a special trip.
Having to wear a mask is definitely very challenging, and having to do it all mostly virtual at the beginning of the year. We had to always mute our mics so we couldn't hear everyone, so you didn't know if you were singing it right. And then when we finally got back in the classroom, not everybody was like singing it right, so we had to fix a bunch of things, so it was very hard. We're going to perform at a cathedral and then at Six Flags, and we're going to compete there, so that's exciting.
With Andrew Blanchett, I'm Jackie Elking for Channel 97 News.
Our next story focuses on Academic Network Period, also known as A&P.
Andrew McChesney and Brooke Minda have more.
This year's new A&P coordinator is Mr. Ferguson, a teacher from the science department, and we interviewed him about his thoughts on his new position.
It's actually been a lot of fun. I enjoy having A&P as something that we do here in the building. I think it's a good opportunity for staff members to get to know their students a little bit better. But I also think it's a good opportunity to start to incorporate a little bit more like character education into a regular student's day. We try to hit on some of that in class, but having time set aside specifically for it during A&P I think is very important.
With 5 different schedule changes this year, A&P has been impacted tremendously.
Now that we're all back in person, and hopefully we'll stay that way, it'll give us an opportunity to do a little bit more of the character education piece. So in the past, each month we have a character education sort of target that we're aiming for. And so we go through and come up with an activity that students can do related to that particular target. With us being remote for so long, it's been kind of difficult because it's less of an opportunity for people to interface. So being back in the building, I think that's going to be more of a focus moving forward, making sure that we get all those character activities done.
With Brooke Minda behind the camera, I'm Andrew McChesney with Channel 97 News.
This has been a difficult year for student organizations.
That's true, but there's a new club that has been a real success story.
Cassandra Ludwig and Lindsay Marshall tell us about Tiger Tales.
During their last year at Oakville, 2 seniors wanted to put their names in the history books by creating a new club.
So I was thinking about how we don't have any English related clubs at school or nothing like that, and I was like, oh man, I really wish we had a book club or something that I could join to talk about literature and books.
As an English teacher, being approached by students who are interested in reading, how could I deny them a chance to start a club where we get to embrace our love of reading?
So we started with a mass email blast where Vicki made a poster and Miss Ward just sent it out to the school to get some people interested.
It's going so well. The kids are really excited. I have a wonderful leadership team with Katie and Vicki. They are fantastic. Everybody is loving the books, and I, again, could not have asked for a better turnout.
Basically what we do every month or so is Vicki and I pick 5 books from different genres. We put a little synopsis and have our club members vote on which one they want to read.
We have read One of Us is Lying. We're currently reading They Both Die at the End. And our first book was The Book Thief. So a lot of different young adult books, but we are open to doing any kind of book.
We just hope to create a community where people can, talk about books or talk about English or reading in general.
And then we also are planning a book drive in the near future, so we would love to get donations for that and help a good cause.
Email Mrs. Ward or Vicki for more information about the book club. With Lindsay Marshall behind the camera, I'm Cassandra Ludwig for Channel 97 News.
Join book club!
Join book club!
With spring sports in full swing, there are others who are very busy.
Like the school's new athletic trainer. Here's our story.
This past month was National Athletic Training Month, which is the perfect time to meet our newest member to the athletic department, Nicole Meyer.
So when I was an athlete, I actually went to Rockwood Summit, and so I had my fair share of injuries there, and I had this weird fascination of anatomy. I remember looking at my athletic trainer there, and I'm like, do you like what you do? She's like, yeah. I'm like, why? I was a senior at the time, and so, figuring what I'm going to do next. I went to Mizzou, and instantly fell in love with it. Really more so of the caring side of it all. The memories come with it too, but I love caring for people.
Starting a new career at a new school is difficult enough, but given the current state of the world, it was especially hard for Nicole.
The most challenging part was, 1, being brand new here, not knowing anybody, and then 2, all of these restrictions. I felt that it was going to go a little more smooth now that everybody's in the building, and that came to be true. And it just got to the point where it was just a really cool environment in here, and I'm just that kind of person that's laid back. I mean, obviously masked up, but I want everyone here to know first, I'm here for you. I'm here to take care of you. I'm not here to, slap a Band-Aid on and get you back out here. I want to basically keep improving you to the next step. My favorite part is just getting to know the athletes, getting to know y'all. I'm not like one of your teachers here. I'm not, hey, you need to do this and that to get my approval. I'm your voice when you feel like you don't have one.
With Gabby McMurray and Anthony Simakaitis behind the camera, I'm Katie Schrader for Channel 97 News.
Well, that wraps up this edition of Channel 97 News.
If you would like to see more of our content and stay up to date with what's happening at Oakville, make sure to visit myohsonline.com.
You can even bookmark it on your browser so you can check it out anytime you'd like. We post new stories all of the time.
Thank you for joining us, Oakville. I'm Erin Herberholt.
And I'm Anthony Simakaitis. And remember, keep your eyes on the Tigers. Sorry. Hold on. I need to wait.
Wait, you said tiger.
It's tiger.
I said tiger.
Is it tigers or tiger?
Do it one more time.
Yeah.